Okay, hello! It's working, right? Testing. Okay, I'm gonna assume my microphone is working. I see the things move. Hello, Mega Man fans! To New Moon 2021 Blood Moon 4. That is the very last tournament of the year. This is Cycle 16, and we are in the double elimination stage now. So out of 19 participants, we have 8 going into the top cut stage. We will be thundering... But I saw that high playerzero in chat, and I lost my train of thought. Thank you, HonorNite. I'm calling you out. Yep. Yeah, sorry, no playerzero today. Unfortunately, you're stuck with me, Salad. Okay, so I have come out of hiding to host the stream. We are going to be doing the double elimination stage today, starting with the winners side. So we will be covering the first round all the way to winners finals. Okay, let's see what the results of the round robin stage looks like. Okay, so playerzero, I think this is the second time he's made it into the top cut of a Blood Moon as the first seed. And right behind him is Thiago and Symes. Wait. Hold up, looking at this, Chocola was supposed to make it in top cut. Hold on, wait, did I miss something? Okay, I'm confused, actually, because I think ShironaNep is the one in top cut. I'm not sure if Chocola had to drop or not. I just realized that. Or actually, you know what? This was made. Oh, you know what? This image was made before the tournament technically ended on Sunday last week. So I think what happened was some last-minute matches got played out and made a difference. So that should tell you how close the top cut seeding was actually. Okay, that's I apologize for that. I didn't realize. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Like, it was just a matter of one match being played or not, I think. So congratulations to ShironaNep for that. Yeah, they gave so hard they confused me. I'm off to a great start right now. I hope you're enjoying this playerzero. Okay. Yeah, epic gamer moment right there. Okay, with that confusion, let's look at what the winners bracket looks like. Can I press the right buttons? Let's see if I can do that. Can I do it? It's just one button. Oh, okay. Alright, so this is how the seeding works based on how the top 8 participants matched up. So that would be playerzero first seed versus ShironaNep 8th seed. So on and so on. So we will be starting off with playerzero versus ShironaNep, but remember that we'll be following all of the winners bracket today, so that's going to be 7 rounds. Okay, and with that, as you can see on the screen, we have Nonstopmop and Symes with us. Hello guys. Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry. Hello, guys. Let's try that again.
Wait, I mean, hello, greetings, I'm here. Hello.
Yeah, hello, playerzero. It's always good to be back on commentary, especially for a Blood Moon top cut like this.
Alright, so how do you two feel about the tournament since you've been playing in it?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, that's totally fair. That's my default answer as well.
Yeah, I think it's been pretty interesting. It's definitely much different with the mod cards format instead of the standard BN6, so pretty interesting.
We had a lot of different setups as well. We have a WeenieWhistle running Dark Mega Man, right? We have Larkman, we have BDT, we have Attack 10, Push Buster. I'm not sure what else we had actually. I haven't been following this one very closely. Secret's out.
3 of the builds are actually Buster Bug, so I mean variations of it.
Yeah, we have the 3 Attack 10, or in my case, Attack 9 Buster Bug builds. We've got a couple Larkmans, we have a Dark Mega, we have Thiago with this super chonky Planet Man BDT, and then finally we have a Wintegral with, I think, Tengu Man, so there's a pretty good variety, but there is those 3 Attack 10 builds, or Buster Bug builds.
Yeah, I was looking at it, and Planet Man BGT seems pretty interesting, because the only way you can get interrupted is drag by that point.
Yeah, or when he gets uninstalled.
Oh yeah, that's true. But yeah, he can't even get counter hit, so that's a bit spooky, unless you land on the spot. Okay, I'm gonna go into setup. Okay, we are now in setup for round 1, player 0 versus ShironaNep.
Yeah, so starting with player 0's setup, we see he's got the Twisty and Remo bit, which is the Buster, the P shot that cracks panels when it hits something. We have Snake Arm and Miney to boost his attack up. We have the Totem, of course, for chip heal, and then we also have finally Numbers and Needler and Satella to just give him more stats and a free super armor on Needler. And so looking at his cust, we see since he gets so much from his mod cards, he already gets some cust super armor and air shoes, and also a bunch of attack stats. We see he mostly has HP programs.
Yeah, he actually had a ton of HP. It was like 2,000, like what, 300, 600 around that range. It's actually quite a lot. There isn't much in his folder, I think. It's just, it's L code for the uninstall. He has the Neo variable to deal with Tengu, most likely. And his gurus are Habach and Balzar.
Yeah, we also see he has that Spoutman SP to punish Fire Body. And the reason for that is that Fire Body is by far the most common. And the reason for that is mostly just because of Totem being in almost every build. And also the fact that apart from that Spoutman SP, there's actually, compared to all the other elemental bodies, there's really not a lot that Fire Body has to worry about. So the Spoutman SP is actually pretty common in this format.
I guess we could take a look at ShironaNep's setup and talk about the Lockman, which there isn't much else in the build other than Lockman, Jelly, Numbers, and Totem. We see both Totem on both sides, Numbers on both sides, and then the Lockman being the mod card to give your charge shot the ability to destroy chips on your charge shot, which is pretty wacky. And for custom parts, they actually both have the same thing, which I actually didn't realize. And then a bunch of HP, and then, oh, right. ShironaNep actually went for the attack max here, which is actually, I think, not a bad idea at all on Gregar.
Yeah, Larkman, you usually see these Larkman builds, just stay in, baseman to use that chip delete charge shot. But, whenever you're in Gregor, having attack max and being able to fall back on those, Gregor crosses is always a good option to have. They're still just as strong here as they are in, standard, especially, slash cross is still very dangerous as soon as you get some area set up with it. So I think it's pretty interesting with this Larkman setup.
Other than that, it looks like the folder has pretty normal G-code stuff. The static, reg, and then the uninstall on the bubble or 3. To make sure, probably to make sure that the static hits, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's good for confirming uninstall, and also if you have humor, which it actually looks like Shirona doesn't, which is interesting for Larkman. But if you have a humor and with a bubble star, that's another thing that can hit fire body pretty hard for 400 damage. So I think with that, unless you have anything else to add, I think we can probably head into the match.
No, I'm good. I think that's about it for me.
Yeah, let's get into the match. Yeah, we're seeing there the mod card stinger transition with a lot of the art for the mod cards actually done by members of the community. So that's actually one of my favorite things about these mod card blood moons.
Oh, and HonorNite in chat mentioning that. Oh, that hurt. But HonorNite in chat mentioned that landing uninstall is basically going to be one of playerzero's big goals to land, because once that lands, it's basically going to give playerzero the situation, just make a bunch of holes and I guess win the game.
Yeah, Twisty is very powerful, especially against a Gregor matchup like this, because unlike Falzar, Gregor has no access to like Tengu Cross or Beast or Hubs, so once you uninstall their shoes, the shoes are gone. And then Twisty will just start making all these crack panels and lock them in place.
It looks like playerzero is taking that uninstall too, so unless ShironaNep has any defenses up, it's a pretty solid chance of that hitting. Oh yeah, and going into the Tengu just in case they have a shield or some kind of a good idea. Yeah,
and also you don't see a Aqua Body too often, but man, that Elect Dragon on a Aqua Body really hurts. Just ooh, but the ×2 static. That static was actually because ShironaNep doesn't have a humor, so that static was ×2 just from the 300 damage on the Elect Dragon.
Looking at seeing that area return chip, the grab revenge coming out at a pretty perfect time. Ooh, goodbye invisible.
Yeah, and that looks like that was just with the P shot as well.
Was it a charger?
I'm not sure, but that might have just been a charge shot. Actually, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think ShironaNep just happened to be holding it in that time frame.
Okay, I think that was 4 rocks, right?
I believe so.
That
How
was
is it?
700 damage on that Gregar Giga.
It's always nice for the Gregar. And with the chip destruction from Lockman, it's almost always going to hit in these kinds of situations.
Yeah, and that's why you usually see Larkmans run a Nightmare or something for a motion bug, so they can go for the 2x powered Gregar and just pretty much almost instantly win the game right there.
Oh, perhaps we'll be seeing a Colossus. Oh, that was a nice dodge.
Ooh, can playerzero make it back into Cust here? Okay, yeah, he can, especially thanks to that chip recuv. We're also really seeing the chonk he has in his setup paying off here, still being alive after getting hit with both the Gregar and Q-Force, so... And now he finally has his bug fix and recovs. So this is actually, he could definitely still bring this one back.
Looks like a chip charge is happening on ShironaNep's side. Oh, this looks pretty doable, actually.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to sit in the front with a Rice Beast, otherwise you can just eat a Wind Rack, and we see the anti-Navi actually whiffs here with the Erase Man.
Ooh, and we have another Recover 300 here. Really help. That extra bit of chunk is definitely going to add up here and perhaps make a difference here.
Yeah, but he could he could go for the Recuv, or maybe he could okay, it looks like he was going for the Recuv. Because Shirona is actually almost in range to for the Falzar Giga to be lethal, so but it looks like he's going for the safer option here with the Recuv. Ooh.
Nice dodge.
Oh, this is actually, I think, playerzero here has already used his, both his Tengu Cross and his Wind Rack, so what other, does he have any other way of removing this, life aura here?
Oh, right, the new variable. I think that's it. That's the only way left.
Yeah, so I guess as long as he's able to get the Sonic Boom input here, which is it's definitely the easiest one, so...
It's going to be a question of whether or not there's a time freeze chip in the middle of all this, I suppose.
Oh, but the Gundel EX.
Ooh, and that's going to take it.
So the big thing for Sharona in that first round was actually all the way back on the very first turn, getting the turn 1 Dusty cross to stop playerzero from being able to dig for his bug fix.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that because playerzero has no defenses to defend that dust, playerzero is going to just go into the next turn. Yep. At least playerzero started this turn invisible, so there's a good chance that maybe, ooh, there's the bug fix and the uninstall.
Yeah, this is and just a double beast as well. This is a really good hand here with dust. And also the cube field as well. So we'll see if he goes to suck up the cubes. Yeah, so the way level 3, the way Buster Bug works is it gives you a chance to have a charge shot proc on just a regular Buster shot. It will be as strong as a charge shot. And also in mod cards, if the charge shot has an effect, it can the Buster charge shot can also have that effect. But until you use bug fix, you also get these misfires where it just won't shoot at all. So you really want to use bug fix as fast as possible with these Buster builds.
Yeah, I think playerzero wants to use the erase man to try and make sure that this hits here. And PZ with the erase band to deal with that invisible. And then the bubble star will help that Elect Dragon land.
Oh, and that was actually really smart. He used the Tengu to pull them forward, so because I think Sharona was on the ice panel further away, so that Bubble Star actually would have frozen them instead of bubbling them. But since he pulled them forward to use it point blank, it still bubbled them instead to just get that extra damage on the Elect Dragon.
And the bubble plus the aqua body adds up for the ×4, right?
Not in this game. It's only ×3 because I think instead of it just adds another 100% damage. But here we're seeing the twisty in effect.
Yeah, there's not much you can really do to fight this as Gregor after being uninstalled. You just have to sit there and take it.
Yeah, this is looking pretty rough for Sharona here. And getting all these charge procs too for the 100 damage. The 3 out of 16s.
Yeah, there wasn't much you could do. And finally, for the last round, we're here. Not very many defenses, so I guess we'll be seeing a quick dust to full cast turn.
Yeah, he probably doesn't want to go for the bubble Elect Dragon combo without the uninstall on it, so. And Shirona's actually starting with the invincibility anyways.
That's horrifying. Against Larkman, I feel like invincibility is probably one of the worst ones to ever see.
Yeah, and looking at a Shirona's setup, that's color bug level 2 as well, so that will be like a not even 5 seconds, but the full 10-second invincibility.
Oh, and no defenses. So there's just no defense for any sort of mock guns or anything like that. This is looking a little scary.
Yeah, so it looks like one thing you can do against Larkman is you can oh, he's actually using it, okay.
This is so scary.
Yeah, but Shirona actually missed all of those shots.
Very fortunate for PZ there.
Oh, and now he's
no.
trapped on the conveyor. Oh, but yeah, this is we also saw the other bug from Twisty come into effect there, where when you move, it's like the crack step bug, but it instead of making a crack, it just instantly makes a hole. But he still has his air shoes, so that doesn't really matter right now.
Ooh, there goes both those ships.
Was that a life aura?
Yeah, that was life aura and a regular mock-on. I think that might have been a good time to just mash the life aura, because even if some chip came out to destroy it or something like that, it would have just not have been an issue for PZ there.
Yeah, you definitely, with Life Aura against Larkman, you just want to mash that out as fast as possible. And if they're camping something for TFC, then you just kind of have to deal with it. Unless you have like an other defense after, but...
Oh, still no uninstall or bug fix coming in here. I think it was... I'm not sure if I agree with throwing out the new variable when that was their only option to really deal with the life aura there.
Yeah, but he would have lost dust either way if he hadn't gone into Tengu, so...
Well, hindsight.
Oh, and unfortunately misses the Erase Man SP. If you're a client especially, it's pretty hard to get the to get that bottom hit on the Erase SP.
I'll be honest, I can't really get the SP version all the time as host.
Yeah, it's with the SP for sure, if you have them lined up in the middle, then you should usually just let it time out. But when they're in that down diagonal one, you can't mash it, you can't let it time out, you just have to go for it, so it's tough.
It looks like PZ will be going for this uninstall just without any setup or any confirmation for it to land. And there it lands. I think this might actually...
Oh wow, but here we at least see a ×2 Judge Man. Now we'll let Shirona delete that invis,
but... That was pretty smart from ShironaNep to not move there. I respect that.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to just always break the panels right away. Sometimes it's better to just stay there and take a few extra hits and wait for some of the other holes to be repaired.
Oh, I would. Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why ShironaNep decided to go into that cross there to get rid of any invisibles.
Player0 here is camping this Falzar Giga. Oh, and looks like Sharona had no defense.
I think that was 3 feathers.
ShironaNep, I think, does still have both of their own Gigas, both the Gregor and the Q-Force, so if Sharona manages to get off like a big Q-Force or something, this is not over yet. Oh, and there's the Beast out.
It may be difficult to get a big Q-Force here with how little area there is left. Yeah.
Oh, but the double beast comes out and that will actually end it during... Wow, and the soldiers just disappeared.
The Mega Man is dead. Now for us to be dead too. And that's
I don't think I've actually ever seen that before, so that's pretty funny. And definitely well played to both players as well. Pretty good showing from Sharona there.
GG's to both players here. I think I was actually surprised playerzero managed to pull out round 3 despite how long it took for them to get their chips. I think maybe if ShironaNep came out swinging a little earlier, maybe Shirona would have had a better chance at actually taking that round there.
Yeah, I think if Sharona had played it more like they played the first round, but I guess also Sharona also, especially as Gregor, they might not have just drawn like all their big damage options in time either, so kind of hard to tell without also seeing their side. But I think we can get into the next match now, or the setups for the next match.
Right. Now it's Nonstopmop, me versus HonorNite. And lo and behold, I too am using Lockman to destroy those pesky chips.
Yeah, and HonorNite is also using another one of these Buster Bug setups. So this is actually a kind of similar matchup to what we just saw. Only the big difference with HonorNite's setup is he has a Cold Man, which is basically the freeze charge shot.
Fortunately, it is only a chance at having that freeze. It's not a guaranteed thing for each of those shots.
Yeah, so there's actually a glitch with these mod cards. We're using something like numbers with the default charge shot effect. You'll always have a 100% chance of the charge shot effect happening, because usually for them it's like a 50% or whatever. And so we actually see your setup with Larkman taking advantage of that with the numbers, because I think normally on Larkman it's actually pretty low.
Yeah, it's like 12.5%. The percentage you would hope for most of these things, really.
Yeah, so it's like a 1 in 8 or something. But obviously with a Cold Man, that could actually be used to just create like an infinite freeze chain. And so using that glitch with cards like Cold Man or Toad Man is actually banned. So it's still just at a 50% chance.
I
How are you feeling heading into this matchup?
I was very afraid because I feel like Lockman's probably one of the worst matchups are probably these types of Buster Bug builds, because they just sort of they have the ability to stop a lot of my defenses, and they can just zap away my HP at any time. Despite that, I don't think that Lockman really wants all that damage.
Yeah, for sure. And the other thing is, they can like just mash out a lot of their chips before Larkman can start deleting them. So yeah, these types of Buster builds definitely tend to do very well against Larkman. So, but we see here you have this double fast gauge here, and also with a lot of defense.
I think, yeah, the only real chance that I had here, I think, was to just go with the strategy and try to bring the fight to a damage judge here. But even if I do get to the damage judge, there's a fair chance that HonorNite can just out damage me. But yeah, I think that was also the thing about HonorNite's build. He just does not have that much HP in it in actuality. So, even if I get him to low HP, unless...
Well, that's what I was gonna say, that actually, since he has such low HP, you actually it's kind of a bit of a glass cannon, so you might actually be able to just outright kill him if you can like get a big Regger off, or even that Delta Ray.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the low HP might not have been something that I noticed until a little bit later during the match, but
yeah, there is one more card on HonorNite setup I want to point out, which is that Honey Bomber. And so what that does is it gives you air shoes, and it gives you a B+ left risky honey. Except it doesn't just shoot out the bees on its own. It only will if you block something with it. But that also it reduces your HP by 10%. So that's why HonorNite setup actually has a pretty low HP.
oh, that actually explains that. Wow.
Yeah, I think with that we can probably head into the match.
Right. I kind of remember this again, actually, and HonorNite is actually running the double slow gauge as well. So I actually don't remember at all how I played the gauge wars in this match.
Yeah, in this format, you can actually have the triple gauge with stuff like Video Man and Jelly, but neither of you are running those. So this is a good old-fashioned gauge war with just the chips.
Also, yes, Thiago in the Twitch chat brings up the music. I'm very happy that this music is playing.
Oh yeah, that 4.5 music. Okay, HonorNite is asking to explain the gauge war. So, yeah, basically, the whichever, like, if there's another gauge in effect, like if slow gauge is in effect, and you used fast gauge, it doesn't like reset it to normal gauge or anything. It will just become fast gauge. So usually you actually want to try and force the other person to use their gauge first, and then you can use your gauges after, because that will be the one that will stay in effect. Oh, and the ×2 blast, man, but HonorNite still had that anti-damage left. That would have been huge if that had connected.
It looks like I got the 2 times once more, which I'm probably going to use and make use of right away.
Yeah, but he'll probably be anticipating that and bring some defense, but I guess we'll see.
Yes, HonorNite in chat saying end of turn synchro, one of the best feelings you could ever have. So Pika P in the YouTube chat says, why would you want slow gauge or fast gauge? Basically, if you have slow gauge, you're forced to play within that turn for longer. And if you're playing with the Buster Bug build, where basically you use bug fix and you start shooting down your opponent, basically, if you're running fast gauge, you're able to just run to the next turn as soon as possible.
And we actually, we just saw that slow gauge come out, and so that the ×2 Proto Man actually connects.
Yeah, and so because there's less time in the turn, it means that I have to sit around and fight HonorNite for less time, which is great for me. Yeah, in that turn just now, HonorNite used the slow gauge, and I immediately used my own fast gauge to override it. So we now have a turn. We had that turn become a fast gauge turn, meaning we had basically no time to basically do anything.
And so just back to your point about why you want to use the gauges. So it's anything like this Buster Bug that has a lot of salsa damage or passive damage once slow gauge. Like also things like Gregor crosses using charge shots or BDT will want slow gauge. And another end of turn humor proc, this time with the anger.
But there isn't much to really take advantage with it, so I'm wondering what's going through HonorNite's mind here.
Oh, okay, he's still at a barrier 200.
Ooh. That double beast is going to be wasted here, which is very good news for Nonstopmop. Oh look, 2 times again.
Yeah, this round's actually going very well for you so far. You've basically already won the gauge war here. You got some big damage from that Proto Man already, so HonorNite's in a bit of a rough spot here, but I think he did uninstall you and he also has Twisty in addition to the cold ban, so
Yeah, I have already been uninstalled, so I'm unable to really move through these holes here. But I do have the defenses to try and save myself from this sort of situation, but it's most likely that HonorNite has the Wind Rack or Tengu Cross to be using on this turn here to try and just start making those hits land on me again.
yeah, so all he really needs is like one huge slow gauge turn with the Twisty, and depending on how many Buster Bug procs he gets. Ooh, and there we see a Sanct.
Okay, that confused me. I wonder if this is just... That confused me.
That must have been an accident. I'm not sure what he was going for there, but
Actually, maybe if playerzero was not playerzero, if HonorNite went for a leg, right. In the stream chat, HonorNite says Elec would have been the better play, which is a very good idea actually, because I would not have been able to move. Would not have been able to move well.
Well, and it's also that he just immediately basically got rid of his own sanctuary, which you never want to see that happen.
Absolutely not. It was very good news for me not having the my own element at the time.
There's the first freeze proc. Ooh, and the HP here is actually back up to even now.
Yeah, HonorNite is actually running those HP 300s in that folder. So there's a pretty solid... So HonorNite can actually bring their HP back up to their maximum.
Yeah, and you also both have a totem, which lets you heal that 40 HP per chip, and there's 30 chips in the folder, so that's why the chip heal in this format is so big.
Okay, I threw away my bubble star there, but I'm not entirely sure if that was a good decision.
You need the bubble wrap?
Wrap, yes.
I don't think, unfortunately, I think bubble wrap doesn't really benefit too much from, against this type of matchup. And oh man, the freezes, yeah, that was just like almost 1,000 damage.
Also
the twisty as well to break your holy panels.
I feel like the breaking the holy panels on top of the freeze is just the icing on the cake for twisty. It's very sad for me.
Okay, the ×2 Tengu, man, that's pretty funny. Just
I feel like I've seen this before. I mean, obviously I have, but...
And there it is, the ×2 Gregor.
I have confirmed with HonorNite that was not a desync. I believe HonorNite was afraid of the Delta Ray.
Oh, that makes sense. The thing about with Delta Ray though, what I like to do is against Delta Ray, I'd like to just camp the back column instead. And so like if I come down to the middle of the back column, then I'll just take the one hit. But thanks to that roll V3, he's already back up to 700 HP, so he's still gonna even be able to survive this double beast here.
Yeah, HonorNite saying in chat, in hindsight, that's what I should have done instead.
Oh, the camping the back column versus Delta Ray, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Delta Ray is very cool to see get pulled off, but it has a lot of issues. But we're actually going into the final turn here, so it looks like we are going to be going to this damage judge. And that should be very good for you looking at this HP.
Especially after the 2x Gregor. I don't think there was any way for... Actually, no, there was totally a way with the Buster Bug, but... it ended up as being pretty good for my end there.
Oh wow, going for the instant double beast here.
So I didn't know how many hits would actually go off there, and now I know.
Yeah, it didn't. I was thinking it would do the like the drill to break that ice cube. Double beast is kind of weird when there's like weird objects and stuff on the field. It seems like some of it just doesn't spawn sometimes. I'm not really sure exactly how it works.
I think it's just dependent on where some positioning of objects are. I'm pretty sure if the block is one space in front of them and there isn't any space behind them, that might just be what happens every time. I think, yeah, because sometimes they can show up behind the opponent as well, I think.
Yeah, but with something like the drill, it could spawn like 2 in front, so I'm kind of surprised it doesn't do that, but I guess that's the one weakness Double Beast has.
I like how HonorNite sees that I'm trying to destroy my block, and he just decides to just take it.
Yeah, it was kind of smart to not take it right away because, especially with that ice, you could only go on the middle row in the back column, and so he could kind of use the ice cube to block stuff. But then since it was gonna get destroyed anyways, he's just like, yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, right. I remember this. I think I vaguely remember what I was thinking here. Where's my wind rack?
Yeah, no, it never feels great. That is part of why the B navies are so good, is that they can both clear life aura for you if you have no other way to do it. But that it never feels great, and it is like a last resort to clear life aura.
Oh, I believe that Heat Dragon there probably had the uninstall on it, so I've actually dodged. I believe that's what HonorNite said at some point in our match. So that means that we will not be seeing an uninstall for the rest of this round.
Which that's actually huge. That lets you keep your air shoes, so twisty isn't really a big deal, and it also lets you keep I don't think we've mentioned it until now, but you have the anti-magic program.
Yeah, so because of that anti-magic program, I can do the B plus left input to get a free magic anti-damage proc. Very, very good timing on that invis there.
Yeah, do you remember, I didn't really notice, but it looks like slow gauge is in effect. Had you already used one of your own gauges first?
I believe I just haven't pulled any of my gauges yet at all. I think I was going through my chips a little too slowly. That might have been part of it, as to why I didn't have it at the time.
Yeah, that's always because you don't want to just throw chips away. Like, you always want to save chips, like, for when they'll be useful. But as Gregor, like, you also, like, that's what makes Dust so strong on Falzar, that you can just cycle stuff to the back.
I'm going to be eating this anti-damage as well, so that's going to hurt a bit.
Yeah, and he'll be able to try to freeze you at point blank. Oh wow, but you actually managed to escape. Ooh, and you already used your Proto Man, so as long as HonorNite stays in Tengu Cross, which it will be very hard for you to get much value from these barriers here.
Yeah, and I believe that's why HonorNite is probably camping that corner to avoid any possible Delta Rays trying to get rid of that Tengu Cross. I think I decided to use my... Oh, well then. I don't remember this at all.
Oh, he just gets a random freeze there, and
I think I should have just used that anti-damage there. Hopefully I don't know. I think I started to realize that I was not processing through my folder quickly enough. Especially with how low my HP was.
yeah, at least he's since he's crossed out of Tengu though, this you can get a lot of value from this holy aura now. Unless he predicts it and brings a Wintegral or something. But that would also be very risky for him to do.
I don't believe HonorNite has many Wintegrals. I think it's just one. Yeah, so that is very risky if HonorNite decided to do that. Ooh,
Oh, wow.
That was amazing.
Yeah, the grass heat dragon will always work to clear out an aura as well, but now he's set up grass for this blast man.
I finally pulled my fast gauge here, which should... I believe I have won the... Yeah. Because HonorNite has used their slow gauge the first time, I technically won the gauge war.
Just taking the TFC there without the... okay, and he had Sanctuary, so it was definitely the right play.
Yeah, I was throwing out my grab banishes and punishes because there was no real way for me to get value off of them.
Oh, and you actually have a Element Man reg. That's pretty interesting.
I think I wasn't sure what to actually reg at the time, but I don't know if that's a good idea anymore because it was eating up that space the entire time.
Yeah, because you don't usually want to throw. Usually with a reg Navi, it's something you can just throw to beat if they have beat. But Element Man is like if they have Sanctuary or something, then you would never really want to throw Element Man to beat. So using him as a reg like that is.
Oh yeah, that was good movement. I don't like that forward movement. Ugh.
Oh no, the Judgment SP on Bubble Wrap, that hurts.
I think I should have seen it coming when I saw the recovery 300s, but I did not. I think one of the few ways for me to pull this back would be to get the Giga ×2. But even then, I don't know if I could get enough damage in that time frame.
Oh boy, and he brings back the slow gauge.
Oh, I am wrong. I thought it was already used, but yeah, it was normal gauge that entire time. I was just living that entire thing in what felt like slowed down time.
Well, he has two slow gauges though, right? So that could have been the second one.
Yeah, that was the second one. The first one wasn't used until I used my fast gauge.
Oh, so he's actually won the gauge war here.
Yeah, that is correct.
Oh boy, yeah, it will be pretty tough to get the ×2 Gregor here. But we'll see. Oh no, humor procs. Oh, and the freeze.
Yeah, the freeze hurts.
You got the freeze before you got a humor proc. That's just unfortunate.
But
I'm not sure what the rates are on a emotion bug. I don't remember that.
I believe it was 1 out of 16 or something for both. It is a separate 1 out of 16 for full synchro and anger, I believe.
Okay, so it's not I guess that's a pretty similar then to getting the charge shot proc with the freeze proc. So
Yeah, I feel like that. Oh, going for the rush here. I think that's very. It's a very scary play for the Dust player.
yeah, we might see usually these buster builds you don't want to beast out because your DPS is much lower with the beast buster because it only scales to 5 and doesn't get the buster procs, so you don't usually want to be stuck in beast for 3 turns. But it looks like that's what HonorNite's going for here. It's not as bad though when it's just a normal gauge in effect.
Goodbye, Aura. That was very lucky on my end. I unfortunately, I believe I forgot that HonorNite is not actually playing Rush, and that's why I had brought that combination of chips.
Yeah, and your HP's actually ticking down pretty fast though with both the HP bug and the poison panels, and even here in Cuss, but most of that will be healed back from Totem anyways. Ooh, but there's the uninstall.
Yeah.
Unlike that last round, you're gonna have to deal with the twisty this time and no anti-magic.
HonorNite caught me mid-movement on the previous turn, which I think might have changed everything.
Yeah, the dragon chips are very good for delivering uninstall. They're usually pretty accurate, so. The only issue for HonorNite there when he's stuck in Beast Out would have been if you used an anti-damage. But fortunately for him, you didn't.
Oh no.
Okay, it's fine. Oh, and he goes for the Dust Beast charge to remove the Holy Panel.
Which
And also with the uninstall now, that will limit your movement.
Oh look, a ×2. Surely I will go for it.
I mean, he might go into Tengu here with you having a life aura, so if you can get the Proto Man, that would actually, that would be massive.
Actually very massive.
Oh no, he had the barrier, and he didn't go into Tengu.
Yeah, I think he knew that, or at least he I think after the first round, HonorNite started paying attention to it, or at least maybe HonorNite was already paying attention to it. Oh, and there's the pseudo.
Oh no.
That was just fear. That was just outright fear.
Yeah, I mean, that would give him a free freeze, and then he could,
frees me more.
Exactly.
So now that I'm stuck in this corner of holes, it's very nice that I have this sanctuary, but it is really only a temporary solution at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's the problem with Twisty. That sanctuary won't last long. Oh, why didn't you? You could have gone.
I could have, but I think.
Oh no, that's.
But in the back of my mind, I thought maybe there was defense. I'm a fool. No.
Oh, now he gets back into cost. Were you trying to I guess worried about defense and trying to go for it with the times two?
I think it was that combination of thought. Yes. That sounds very accurate.
Yeah, I think with the problem with Delta Ray is it's so hard to get, so but I guess we'll see if HonorNite decides to cross out here. Okay, Tomahawk.
Yeah. That movement came out faster than my aim mashing there.
Well, he had defense anyways, and his own sanked. Oh, and your element man's gone too. Or no, that was your judge man.
Yeah. Well, that was it. But it's the thought that counts, right? You could have seen the Delta Ray if, for example, I had done those things that you said.
Yeah, with HonorNite still having this much HP though, this is still looking pretty rough for you, but getting the Delta Ray there definitely would have helped. And you also still have emotion. The thing about, you can never count out someone who has a emotion bug and a Psy Beast Giga. If they get it, they could all, the times two Gregor here would, could almost kill.
At least that was 50%.
Oh man, I think you
Yeah,
must have been mashing and accidentally stepped back instead of down, but do you know if HonorNite has used his recovs yet?
I don't believe so. I don't think I landed very much damage in this round, actually. Oh no. Yeah, with that turn ending, without the usage of Double Beast, we're going to see the slow gauge.
Oh boy, it might be tough for you to survive this turn.
Yeah, and without the anti-damage lift anymore, it's just something I have to just dodge now.
Yeah, if you can make it... Ooh, you still have that bubble wrap at least, so that's something. But yeah...
Goodbye, cruel world.
Yeah, that was pretty rough at the end there. Definitely seeing what Twisty can do. And Cold Man as well with the freezes.
GG's, HonorNite. It was a cool game. I think the second round I had a solid chance of actually winning if I had blown through more of my chips to get more of my offensive chips out. But unfortunately, they didn't turn out too well.
Yeah, definitely. Him missing the uninstall was pretty bad for him. But we saw there what happened in the third round when he did land the uninstall, and that was pretty rough. But still, well played by both of you. And yeah, so HonorNite will be moving on.
Oh, I actually didn't realize you guys saw that. Okay. Oh. But yeah, I think that's it for us in this on this ending here. I mean, I'm good.
Okay, and I want to come in and give a shout out to Wazi for donating $5 in stream earlier during, I believe, the first round. And now that HonorNite has taken out Nonstopmop, I will be taking over as commentator. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's we get to move on to round 3.
Yeah, I think we can move on to the next match.
I can't believe you just said that.
I'm so sorry. I felt like it was the right time to do it. Oh no, was I clipping on stream? I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, going on to round 3. Give me a second. You're good, and don't worry, your place is caster is safe Nonstop.
All right, thanks. Don't worry, everyone. I'm not going anywhere.
I was a little worried for a second there. I was like, oh man, he's getting kicked off just for that. Like, damn.
I was like, uh-oh, I don't know how to end this. What do I do? This is it, right? And then that happened. I was like, oh no, I really screwed up.
Yeah, no, yeah, all jokes aside, so for this next match, we have Symes against WeenieWhistle. And so this is actually really cursed because I think it's now like 4 straight tournament top cuts me and WeenieWhistle have had to play. So this is like the quadruple run back right now. And
Yeah.
Looking at his mod card list, it's a pretty short list. He only has 1 card.
He does. Weenie has the Dark Mega chip, the Dark Mega mod card, which will turn WeenieWhistle's charge shot into the typical the 400 damage Dark Sword charge shot.
Yeah, so the way that these mod cards work is, as we can see here on the sheets, they each have a MB value. And so you're allowed to use up to 80 MB with your cards. And Dark Mega uses the entire 80 MB. But in return, he does give you a 400 damage charge shot, which is with the Dark Sword. The problem is he also has some other stuff. He makes your Buster create poison, so it's like that twisty, but it makes poison. He has attack +3, and he gives you that emotion bug for the ×2 procs, which we see he has with the Gregar Giga. But that's it. That's all you're getting for the 80 MB. No chip heal, no air shoes, no other Buster stats.
Actually, I think there's attack on it or something.
Yeah, it has a attack +3.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Because of
It
that,
doesn't give you any speed or charge, so he still has to run the charge max and his cost.
I think the biggest thing would actually be the lack of chip heal.
Yeah, that's also the big issue that base builds have. The fish man doesn't get any chip heal either. And because chip heal really adds up over a match, so not having that is huge. And looking at my setup, I do have that totem for the chip heal, and I have Bomb Boy and Magtech, and so that is the double push buster. If you wanted to explain that,
Bomb Boy is a 12.5. Bomb Boy gives you a 12.5% chance of pushing your opponent one panel back, and Magtech I believe, has a 50% chance on charge shots to pull your opponent in towards you. And both of them combined, whenever your opponent gets pushed or pulled, your opponent becomes unable to make an action, or it cancels the action, right? Something like that. And that it's actually very annoying.
Yeah, it has the drag effect. So it even the big weakness with Cold Man, which is the freeze, is that it gets completely blocked off by a status guard. But the drag effect from the push and pull busters, it goes through everything. It doesn't even care about status guards. So versus like Planet Man or something, it will still work.
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest thing about the push and pull effect on the buster, is that it just goes through anything you have. And that's the scariest thing about these effects.
Yeah, and so the other thing I have is I have the slimy and jelly cards. And so what jelly does is it's actually a pretty good card. It gives you like, I think, 120 HP or something, which isn't a lot, but it's just free HP, so that's always nice. It gives you charge max, and it also sets slow gauge. So we'll actually, unless the opponent has fast gauge, the match will start with slow gauge in effect. And the slimy card gives you a charge shot panel grab. And so the problem with that for my build though is I'm also playing with this buster bug, so I'm actually mostly going to be going into dust to try and dig for bug fix. So I can't always really get that much out of the slimy card.
I think one last thing, because WeenieWhistle is playing Dark Mega, both sides are going to basically want to have slow gauge as soon as possible. And I feel like this is a pretty bad matchup for WeenieWhistle. I'm pretty sure you could do more damage with your buster than WeenieWhistle could with his charge shot. In addition, you can just stop that charge shot with a very normal chance to just cause some drag. So I'm very afraid for WeenieWhistle here.
The DPS, I don't remember exactly. I think the Dark Mega charge is like 170 frames. So it actually, it is very good DPS if you manage to get it set up. And like it will even take out like a holy aura. But the problem is getting it set up in the first place, and especially since my buster, my build is designed to basically just interrupt you with its own buster. Yeah, if I get one of those buster procs, it will stop his charge. So this is a pretty tough matchup for him. And so I think with that, we can probably get into it. Funny on the transition, just see the one Dark Mega card. Oh my cards.
Look at everything he has.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, but that really sums up Dark Mega builds in a nutshell. You just get this one thing, and like it's a 400 damage charge shot with a life sword range. Like, it's obviously good. The problem is that it costs all 80 MB. If it was like 60 MB or something, even just that would make it like much better.
Oh, I'm only now realizing the gravity of how screwed WeenieWhistle is with panel grab charge shot. I don't think there's any chance for that dark sword to ever land.
Well, and I actually don't have air shoes on my build. The other thing Magtech does, in addition to giving me that pole buster, is it also has float shoes. So I don't even care about these ice panels or these poison panels. I mean, the holes are an issue for me, but those other panel types, the float shoes is great.
Also, HonorNite brings up that perma holes are here. That basically means even if WeenieWhistle tried to take the area, he wouldn't be able to take all of them. Yeah, I think Anna is right that WeenieWhistle should absolutely have gone into a cross ASAP after realizing that the strategy was basically non-doable.
Yeah, and so WeenieWhistle in his cust also doesn't have air shoes. He also only has float shoes.
Oh no!
And so I have that get on, and I can kind of just do that.
Oh, poor thing. You don't even have to uninstall him.
Well, the push and pull buster is funny with uninstall because it doesn't really. We're not sure if it does anything. It makes them flinch when it happens, but like it still has the drag either way, so the flinch doesn't really do anything. So I do have uninstall in my folder, but that's actually mostly for like if someone had Honey Bomber or something, because the Honey Bomber actually counters Buster Bug.
No, that's what happened! It happened! the Magtech effect pulled WeenieWhistle in, so that canceled the Dark Sword motion.
Yeah, and I had a barrier up anyways, but yeah, that was really very unlucky for WeenieWhistle there. And yeah, this is the problem with Dark Mega in a matchup like this.
Poor WeenieWhistle. I could feel the pain just by watching this.
Yeah, no, I even felt bad on my side. It's like, yeah, this is just kind of how this matchup goes. There's okay, so now we see him going for Electrocross, I think, realizing that, yeah, he's not gonna be able to really use that Dark Sword charge shot here.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm wondering if WeenieWhistle will go into a cross first thing next round, but it's very. I'm very afraid for WeenieWhistle.
Yeah, because he does at least have attack 5 because of the attack +3 from the Dark Mega. I actually didn't realize that at first. I was like, okay, he only has the 1 in his cust, so he only has attack 2, but it is actually attack 5.
Oh no, that was a counter too! Wait, was this even necessary? Wait, oh, did you get bug fix yet?
Yeah, I did. I got it on like the second turn or something.
Oh. Well, dang. Was the charge shots necessary? How were you feeling?
I woke up and chose violence. And it was also just kind of safer to confirm the charge.
That's true. I'll admit that.
Well, because he had no way of avoiding it, whereas like the P shots, he could have like tried to dodge them still. And so yeah, we also see WeenieWhistle just went straight away into charge cross this round.
Yeah, I think that's the best play there. And holding on to your full cust, likely to go into the next turn to look for that bug fix.
Yeah, just want to make sure you can get as much out of Dust Cross as possible. Because WeenieWhistle, I think, does have some machine gun 2s and G code, so the Dust Cross definitely isn't that safe here. I mean, the big issue with Dark Mega here is, like, yeah, you can use these Attack 5 Gregor crosses still, but, like, if you were anything other than Dark Mega, you would be, like, Attack 5 Gregor crosses and also have, like, Chip Heal, and also have Air Shoes, and, like, all this other stuff that you just can't get with Dark Mega, so having to give up on using the Dark Sword Charge Shot is not great.
Yeah, I think... Oh no. And now Weenie can't even stand in the middle. Now all you have to do is sit there and wait.
Yeah, and so that's why I actually just went ahead and baited Rush here, because I knew that that he wouldn't be able to punish me for it.
Just put that whole back right where it needs to be. Oh no.
So I haven't actually, okay, there it is.
And as Gregor, WeenieWhistle doesn't really have a way of dealing these holes, so this might be pretty rough for WeenieWhistle here.
I mean, the one thing I'll give Dark Mega is it's more worth it than Bug Riser Sword, because it at least does that 400 damage, but yeah, this is pretty rough for WeenieWhistle.
I like that back B to make sure that WeenieWhistle ended up with holes that were new. Run, Weenie, run!
I mean, he could still like wind rack my aura. Well, I mean, the problem is he's in a cross now, so he no longer has access to that emotion bug either, so we can't even go for like the ×2 Gregor Giga.
Oh, right. I keep thinking that maybe... I believe there are recovery 300s in WeenieWhistle's build, at least. So there's the chance that maybe WeenieWhistle could come back on HP. Oh, we're not seeing code J here. Yeah, I think this is done. Wait.
And yeah,
How were you feeling? Why was that where you ended the recording?
I don't know. I mean, it just really felt like in that matchup in particular, there really was like nothing WeenieWhistle could have really done. I talked to him after, and he was like, "It's like, yeah, like I'm just happy I even made top cut with Dark Mega." Because, like, yeah, Dark Mega's like a cool card, but that matchup basically exposed all the weaknesses it has, which is a lot. Because it's like, yeah, like maybe we'll see that later on, where if WeenieWhistle in like a less matchup that doesn't basically counter his entire build, we could see him like Because yeah, he did play like very well in the pool stage to even make top cut at all. So this was basically just the worst possible matchup he could have got.
Yeah, I really feel that this was basically the worst matchup possible for Dark Mega, and this matchup, it's very well, not the matchup itself, but this build for in general is very competitive. So it's very rough for WeenieWhistle, or it was in that match just there. Poor thing. Yeah, but I mean, I think WeenieWhistle started adapting, which is very good to see, and it turned out. I mean, it didn't turn out well, but WeenieWhistle. I think WeenieWhistle did a pretty good effort, and that was good to see.
Yeah, no, WeenieWhistle as a player has actually been improving a lot, and I mean, in the last standard Blood Moon, he even beat me in the round robin, and almost beat me in a top cut. It went down to like the third round with like super low HP, and I got like a whole bunch of buster procs. So yeah, it's definitely the reason why that was so one-sided was definitely more just the matchup. And so but yeah, definitely good games. WeenieWhistle did the best he could in that matchup. It was just too much for Dark Mega.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Mega did the. I think that everything bad about Dark Mega basically came out in that match. So I think,
yeah, and even the one time he did almost get the charge shot off, the mag tech kicked in right.
I think that was the salt in the wound. That was definitely the salt in the wound. You could have at least have let him get that one.
I mean, it's not me. It's the game. It's the RNG.
I suppose so. Yeah, it was the game. The game decided, no, you can't have that charge shot.
But yeah, I think yeah, that definitely is a thing in this format. Some of the matchups in this format are like that, where there's just and yeah, so it's definitely impressive to even make top cut with Dark Mega. So I think we can get to the next match now.
All right, now we have Wintegral versus Thiago. It looks like we have. Oh, right. So Thiago was playing the Planet Man BDT build. I remember this now.
Yeah, and with the chonk.
Yeah. I think Thiago had 2,900 HP, which is 2,900 HP plus 2 recovery 300s.
Plus totem.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he has the 2,600 HP from his cuss. And then part of what makes Planet Man so good is, in addition to like the status guard and everything else, Planet Man also gives you plus 300 HP. If you look at some of the most of the other status guard cards, like Viney, I think it's something like minus 20% HP or something crazy. So it's like not worth it for the status guard at all. But Planet Man, in addition to the status guard, he gives you HP. So
yeah, imagine having that E removed from your name and becoming Plant Man and becoming that bad of a card. I mean, what?
yeah, so Thiago has this chonky status guard setup, And looking over at Wintegral's, Wintegral has Tengu Man. And so what Tengu Man does is that makes your charge shot a wind drag. It's basically similar to if you're always in Tengu Cross.
It also gives air shoes and beat, if I recall.
Yeah, which is actually the same as Larkman, right?
Yeah, it is. So both the birds getting the beat just attached on for no good reason other than being a bird.
I really hate the beat on Larkman because it's like he already deletes your chips. Like, why does he need to have beat to also take away like one of your megas on top of deleting your chips?
No, I understand the feeling.
I think the beat on Tengu Man I think is okay. Tengu Man is actually a pretty interesting folder that we see with Wintegral because we see he has that Otenko.
Oh, right. I remember this build. That Otenko just suddenly reminded me of this entire build. I believe the goal was to use... Oh, wait, no. Wait, what? How? Okay, well, I'm pretty sure the goal of Wintegral's build was to lock you down an area and then just put Otenko on the back and then use chips like multi-baiting chips like Spoutman, Groundman, and Count SP to just sort of deal a bunch of damage.
Yeah, this is actually Wintegral. This is like almost the full Boktai folder. He has Count SP, Gundel EX, Otenko. All he's missing is the Django, and this would basically have all those Boktai chips that are exclusive to this version.
Maybe that was the goal, to make a sort of mod cards exclusive build. I don't know. But either way, I
Okay, and we also got another donation from a certain someone. That certain someone being our Dark Mega Man WeenieWhistle, who we just saw. So thank you for the $6, someone. That's much appreciated.
If only you had a proper name, then we could thank you, WeenieWhistle.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll never know who it was. It's just someone. I've also been informed that I may have been saying Boktai wrong, and it's actually more like Boktai.
Yeah, I believe it's like Boktai, and that, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. It's weird, but I've apparently been corrected by the N1GP itself in Twitch chat.
The entire community in what?
Just the entire N1GP again. But yeah, I think this should be a pretty interesting matchup to see, though, because they actually are both pretty high on area here. They both have 4 area grabs. Oh, and that's it. I was thinking that maybe Wintegral would also have a couple panel grabs, but I guess that was just a WeenieWhistle in the last match.
Yeah, I mean, with Dark Mega, you do want the area, so that I believe that makes sense. Oops. But I think the other thing I actually wanted to say about Thiago's build is that Thiago isn't bringing slow gauges. So I'm wondering if Wintegral will actually opt to not use that slow gauge for some odd reason in the event that Thiago plays their BDT.
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting call on Thiago's part. He's not bringing any of his own slow gauges. and is basically relying on the opponent to set gauges for him. So if he like ran into your setup, for example, then you could just use your fast gauges, and Thiago would just have to deal with it. So it is pretty interesting. But instead of using the gauges, that gives him like more room for like those extra area grabs or the recovs. So
yeah, any sort of build that tries to take the fight to damage judge, I feel like just counters this kind of a build. The type of build where you're trying to chunk out as much as possible and chunk out as much as possible and sort of rely on slow gauge, I guess, at all. So I was very surprised that Thiago came in with this kind of build.
yeah, I mean, there was a in the last mod cards Blood Moon, there was a video man set up with the triple fast gauge, but fortunately for Thiago, there isn't any video man this time, so he won't have to deal with that. He'll just have to deal with this Tengu man setup instead. And I think with that, unless you have there's something else you want to add, we can probably get into it.
No, I think I'm good. I'm about ready to go into the next match. It's good to hear that juicy Battle Network 5 playing thing here. It also looks like Wintegral will just be using that slow gauge right away.
Yeah, Wintegral is also playing with the sound patch instead of the translation patch. So, and I think you also had that. So
that is correct. Oh right. So Thiago wants to pull out BDT as soon as possible. I don't know what Wintegral wanted to dust for. Oh. But actually, yeah, no, I don't. I know that bug fix is here, but I recall Wintegral purposely holding out on using bug fix. Yeah.
He also brought his Otenko, which he didn't use it, but he had his Otenko in hand on that first turn, so it looks like he's already throwing away the Otenko, which is
interesting decision. But I guess with both players being in dust, it wasn't going to be used. Ooh,
boy, and Thiago connected with both rocks. I'm not sure who is the host and who is the client here.
Yeah, it looks like Wintegral is throwing out that double beast there. Also, I think Wintegral doesn't have any wind racks. The reasoning for that likely being that if I'm in my base Mega Man with Tengu with the wind rack charge shot, I don't need to bring wind racks, but that's forcing Wintegral out of this dust cross here.
Yeah, it was interesting that he even crossed in the first place. I guess he just wanted to use dust to dig for some of his combos.
Huh. Maybe Wintegral wasn't the host. I don't know. That seemed very not confident in being able to do some of those inputs.
Okay. It looks like, yeah, it's I don't know what that was. Okay, I guess that was an invis.
Yeah, that was invis.
Okay, so the ground man gets blocked. Yeah, it's definitely pretty rough here if Wintegral was the client, but he does have a life aura here, so. And Thiago hasn't used his BDT yet.
But I think it's only a matter of time that before that BDT comes out.
Yeah, especially since Wintegral hasn't been able to decross Thiago's dust.
Oh no. I guess that's 100 at least.
Step back. Oh no. Okay, Thiago had his own grab anyways, but that's pretty unfortunate not being able to get the lockdown with Tengu, because that would actually completely shut down the BDT.
I believe that's been 3, actually. I think that was 3 area. Oh, no. So those are the last area grabs that Wintegral has, I believe. So unless Thiago has any ways of bringing back this area, I don't. Yeah, this area lock might not happen. Well, I guess we'll have to see though. Beast.
Yeah, looking at Thiago's folder again, he does have a grab revenge, so.
Oh, I'm not sure about this beast. Oh, wow. I'm surprised Wintegral didn't move forward to at least guarantee the win.
Yeah, but it actually worked out because he caught Thiago on that back on that middle panel. But yeah, I'm not sure why he went for the beast out instead of just the staying in Tengu cross and using the charge shots.
I think that when that element man hit, it would have been a good chance for Wintegral to just sit there. If Wintegral was the client, that BDT could have just gone off the side.
Yeah, I'm not sure if maybe Wintegral doesn't know about that. But yeah, that is a good point that you bring up. So BDT is a slight difference depending on who's host and who's client. And if you're client and you're in the back column and you're invisible, the BDTs will just leave the field. Whereas if you're host, then they'll go back onto the into the middle column instead of leaving the field.
Holy moly. Thiago had hub batch for the exact turn he got uninstalled. I don't understand. Okay, yeah. Wintegral did have the other mock gun, but he just elected not to bring it. He just elected to bring only one mock gun that turn.
I guess he wanted to hold it in case like Thiago tried to go into ground cross or tried to use a anti-damage, but oh, and there's the heat dragon.
Oh no. That was a lot. 4 times 4? Great.
Times 3. Oh boy, and there it is.
I was not ready for that. But
that's what Thiago did to me in our pools match. He got the bubble BDT Gundel EX combo, and it's like a 400 from the bubble BDT, and with the spout 200 from the bubble itself, and then 480 from the Gundel EX. So it's just this 1,000 damage combo.
That was honestly amazing.
Oh, that was...
I don't think this count hits, right? Yeah, it hits like base. Oof.
Oh, it doesn't even hit with the normal panel hit? Oh wow, I thought it would still hit with that. Okay, so Wintegral is client. Which means trying to dodge the BDTs as client is actually very rough.
Yeah. And so actually last turn, Wintegral decided to not take the bug fix there, and I don't know if I agree with that. But I mean, now there's not much you can do. And I think this is the reason why I think it would have been interesting if Wintegral decided to not bring to actually not use the slow gauges at all.
Yeah, and I think Wintegral. Well, we're also seeing there. It's kind of funny, but a difference between the Falzar and the Gregor Beastovers is the Falzar Beastovers flying like way above the field, so it doesn't have collision. And so the BDTs, as we saw, like with the Invis, are just leaving the field. It's actually worse though, because the Gregor Beastover, since it's invincible, it would just break the BDTs.
Worse in the sense that, wait, oh, you mean it's worse if
worse
you
for
were...
Falzar. It's
Okay.
actually better for Gregor, I think, in that case, because it will just eat them. Whereas the Falzar ones, like some of them will leave the field, but like it could also just stay on the field.
Oh, I see what your point is. Yeah. You'd rather have them eaten because you can get rid of more that way, I suppose. Whereas if you were Falzar, they would only leave if you were in the back row.
Yeah, exactly. But that is kind of funny that they did that with the Falzar Beastover. They're just like, yeah, let's make it fly really high above the field.
I think it's an interesting touch. Also, that was the slow gauge getting 3 frame there for the beat. Oh, Thiago having perfect timing there to pull out the barrier 200 to not get uninstalled.
Yeah, when you're the host, it is easier to react to stuff like that. Especially in this type of connection.
I also just realized how big of a problem it is that the perma holes spawned in the middle.
Oh yeah, because yeah, that's horrible for Wintegral. Because yeah, that you can't grab perma holes, and with this Tengu Man and Tengu Cross setup, you want to grab you really want to grab that panel so you can like lock them down with the Windrak charge shot. And Wintegral oh wow, yeah, I didn't even notice that. That's horrible.
Oh, and there's Bug Death Thunder.
This is what, like turn 3?
Yeah, there was a full cust, so this should be turn 3.
And yeah, so Wintegral, like this, and I guess Thiago stepped forward, so it wouldn't have worked anyways, but
I think normally Wintegral could have just charged a charge shot and then used the area grab, but obviously there was no possible way Wintegral was grabbing that middle panel though, so unfortunately. Oh yeah, that's never going to hit.
yeah, at this point it might be better to just go Tomahawk Cross, but the problem is that, yeah, Wintegral, I think they had their uninstall on that machine gun that was blocked by the barrier 200. And so Tengu with the drag would still interrupt the BDT charges, but without uninstalling their super armor, even if Wintegral like went for Tomahawk here, Thiago would still be able to charge his BDTs. So this is not a great spot for, but it looks like they are going for the Tomahawk.
But Thiago does have the Heat Dragons to deal with this Tomahawk, so I think there's a pretty solid chance we're going to be seeing those in a second.
Yeah, it looks like Thiago might not have brought that this turn. Oh, but he pulls the static.
It's very unfortunate for Wintegral to have lost that advantage so quickly.
Yeah, Wintegral does have attack max at least, so they are getting some good damage from the Tomahawk, but
Thiago has 2 recovery 300s and way more HP. So
yeah, and he also yeah, that's the power of Chunk. Like that was and the other problem for Wintegral is that was still a good turn for Thiago because he got the static, the ground man SP.
That's code Z, I believe. Yeah. So we won't be seeing any heat dragons, but that's goodbye to the lock.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Thiago didn't bring like a sanctuary to go with his grab revenge and Zed. And yeah, this is especially as client in this situation, like it's so hard to like avoid the BDTs.
Yeah, I can kind of feel the emotion of just, oh, there's no chance I'm dodging these. I'll just eat them.
Yeah, when you're down by this much HP, that's
Oh no, that double beast. I wonder if Wintegral read it in time to react to the double beast. But they could have at least have survived if they used the invisible there.
yeah, I think Wintegral had probably just maybe at that point given up, and so they're like, yeah, that was a pretty, especially with that center permahole field, that was a rough matchup for Wintegral.
Yeah, poor thing. I think that permahole. I wonder how Wintegral must have felt when they realized, oh, my strategy, it's gone.
Yeah, like that would have already been like a pretty tough matchup to begin with, but it was at least like kind of doable. But then in the second round, you get that center permahole field, and it's like, oh yeah, like yeah, it was almost as bad as that last one with the Dark Mega against Double Push.
The game just decided, I'd rather not you win this match, so take this.
Yeah, I guess that's like the Tengu Man mod card is cool, but it has a few issues, and yeah, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, you could just get the center permaholes, and it's like, yeah, you can't get a full lock on them now.
Goodbye, my strategy.
Still well played. I think Wintegral is a pretty new player, so definitely they did well just to make top cut in the first place, and they also still have the losers bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Wintegral probably did about as well as they could have. At least in the first round, it was a pretty good watch. It was hard. It was definitely difficult in round 2, though. So
yeah, and Thiago's also definitely one of our veteran players. I think he's actually been playing for like almost 10 years now or something. So
wait, what? 10 years?
Yeah, I think he started in like 2012 or something around there. So Thiago's definitely a veteran to the game. So still a very solid showing by Wintegral there in that matchup. And I think with that we might be having a bracket update or something.
Hey, it's me, not playerzero. Okay, so before we do the bracket update, we're actually gonna go on a short break for a few minutes. Okay, I think our commentators will be taking a 5-minute break, so we will see you then. Okay, hello. That was 5 minutes. We're back from break, and yes, we will start with a bracket update. So we just got finished with the first round of the winners bracket, and so with those 4 rounds complete, it now looks like this. So that was playerzero winning against ShironaNep, HonorNite winning against Nonstopmop, Symes winning against WeenieWhistle, and Thiago winning against Wintegral. Yeah, those 5 minutes really did pass quickly, actually. Okay, so this would be, I believe, winners semifinal? Wait, am I confusing myself again? Yeah, this is winners semifinals. Okay. So first up we have playerzero versus HonorNite, and then we have Symes versus Thiago. So this is gonna be a pretty interesting matchup because this is gonna be a pretty interesting matchup for both of these matches, since I believe in a round robin stage the only match playerzero lost was against HonorNite, and I believe one of the few matches Symes lost was against Thiago. So we'll see if they manage to pull off the upset or not. And also remember, this is the winners bracket, so all of the players we've seen, ShironaNep, Nonstopmop, WeenieWhistle, and Wintegral, still have a chance in the losers bracket to make their way back up, or as we started calling it, the win harder bracket. That's right, Nonstop, you still have a chance. You're safe for now. Okay, yeah, and with that, we'll go into the setup. Okay, we are in the setups for HonorNite versus playerzero.
Alright, now that it's HonorNite versus playerzero, we are now seeing two different Buster Bug builds just battling it out now.
Yeah, so you have HonorNites with the freeze, which gives him a big advantage from that, because I mean, if playerzero is frozen, then that means playerzero is not trading back with his own Buster Bug. But on the advantage playerzero has is he has I think like almost 1,000 more HP, and he thanks to numbers in addition to Hub Batch, he also has that Falzar Giga. He also has the Spoutman SP, whereas HonorNite just has that roll. So basically, it will be a case of who's able to like uninstall the other one first, who's able to get bug fix first, and like whether HonorNite will be able to decross playerzero's Tomahawk cross, because we'll probably see playerzero going for Tomahawk for the status guard to avoid the freezes.
I think the last defining factor would actually be luck, in the sense that whoever gets more lucky with their Buster Bug procs.
Yeah, it's that is an unfortunate part of this, is that with that Buster Bug level 3, they each have that 3 out of 16 chance for the charge shot procs. The Twisty actually doesn't really do much here, because like both players want to be in the same row with each other anyways. I think it will be better for HonorNite though because of that cold man. But it's also like if one of them like gets bug fix and one of them doesn't have it, then locking them with Twisty could be huge.
Yeah, so even if someone does get locked into one spot, there's a fair chance that either one could take it, I think.
Yeah, the one last thing I want to point out is HonorNite does have that honey bomber. So if playerzero like decrosses HonorNite's dust or something, then HonorNite will be back into baseman with that honey, with that risky honey B+ left, which is actually very good against the buster spam. But the problem is that it can just be uninstalled.
I guess in that sense, playerzero really wants to uninstall HonorNite and just to make sure that no Bs come out when he's pushing B.
Yeah, it's either that or if HonorNite like goes into dust, like just like don't even use your erase man or machine gun, just let him stay in dust so then he won't have access to the Bs. Or I don't even think he has a machine gun, it's just a erase man. Oh wait,
yeah.
No, I was looking at HonorNite's folder, he does have a machine gun.
Oh, and the anti-navi, so I guess that technically also has a chance.
Oh yeah, he has the random anti-navi, which is anti-navi is pretty interesting in this format because it actually double beast, even though it's a mega. It actually it doesn't count as a navi, so it won't be stolen by anti-navi. But you also like with like if someone else had like that spout man SP or like a judge man or something, using the anti-navi on that is huge. And I think with that we can get right into the match.
Okay, give me a second. I need to press my button to do this one. Oh no, you can hear me on stream. Hello.
Oh, the beautiful double VOD.
Yeah, it's been a while and since we've had a double VOD like this, and yeah, just looking at this starting HP difference.
Wow. That race man could have really ruined HonorNite's day. Wait, who? Oh yeah, HonorNite is on the left. Okay, just to be sure. What? Bees don't protect your anti-damage? Is that only a Japanese thing?
That's a glitch in this version of the game. That's actually different in the US version. In the US version, the bees will protect your anti-damage, but and it's actually not just anti-damage, it's any trap, I think.
Oh wow, that's really weird for the Japanese version then. I guess they just didn't realize.
Yeah, there's a that's actually one of the biggest things, like one of the, other than just not having the mod cards, that's one of the biggest differences in the US version. And that's actually a pretty significant buff to bees.
Oh, this is kind of stressful just to watch both sides having the same goal of just shooting them down.
Oh wow, and that was some great dodges by HonorNite. They're blocking the bubble star with the honey bomber, and then avoiding that elect dragon. I actually did you see if that had a uninstall attached to it?
Oh, there was no uninstall, but I could swear HonorNite was at least hit by the elect dragon.
I guess maybe he was, but because it didn't have uninstall, it just it didn't like flinch him or anything.
Yeah, I think the bees only blocked the bubble star there, so they actually blocked the double damage. Actually, that blocked a lot of damage, because if the bubble star hit, I would have done ×2 because of the fire body, and then I would have done another ×2 from being in the bubble. Yeah, freeze him. And that's going to be the big difference between these two builds here.
Yeah, it looks like HonorNite kind of has a tough decision to make now, though, because it looks like he might. Okay, so he's keeping the double beast, but that means he's going into this turn like with no defense or anything else. So, oh, but there's the bees,
and there's the Aquaman SP, which could do a lot. This might end, would that end the game?
Almost. It would do a. Yeah, this is gonna leave him with 1 HP. Can he make it back to the next turn? This is what.
HonorNite has no more chips. He can't. Okay, so now HonorNite is back in the menu. They have the opportunity. They have the opportunity.
Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that HonorNite has the opportunity of using chip heal to bring their HP back up from the 1 HP now, which is very good.
Having this full cust in hand still is actually huge, because yeah, it lets them just use this Recuv 300 and then immediately get back to cust, so he can use like that roll and also those invises or even the sanctuary.
Okay, it looks like HonorNite has the proper defenses for this. Oh, wait, what happened to Tomahawk Cross?
I guess playerzero just wanted to go Tengu.
Oh, that was a 3-frame. Wow, that was an amazing 3-frame. The rule is still gonna come up because of that.
Oh, and no anti-navi.
I wonder if playerzero just wasn't mentally ready. Wait. I think if anti-navi was used, the invisible wouldn't have let. Yeah, the invisible wouldn't have let any damage go through. So maybe that was the thought process.
Yeah, but then he still would have got the heal at least.
Oh, this could suddenly turn around.
Yeah, I think he's going to be going with the barrier 200 here instead of the sanctuary against this Tengu cross is interesting.
Oh, so we're not going to be seeing Erase Man.
Oh, that's actually a really tough call, because if he used the Erase Man, that would have left playerzero paralyzed with not that much HP left. That actually could have that could have also been the game. But if he had taken the double beast, that would have left HonorNite with pretty low HP too, so it's definitely a tough call.
Oh, HonorNite is throwing out the... Ooh. Oh, wait. I wonder if HonorNite thought that was bait. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, I think... Oh, well, hindsight's 2020, but... I bet HonorNite was thinking, oh, I should have TFC'd that. Wait. Why didn't the cross slash cause splashing?
I think Freeze has a weird thing where sometimes Freeze has a weird thing where like if stuff doesn't break the freeze, it also won't cause flashing. I think that's a weird thing that Freeze has.
Oh, HonorNite in Twitch chat is also saying that he wasn't chip lockout, I believe, from using the Recovery 300. That would explain why there was no TFC.
Oh wow, that is so unfortunate. That's actually really janky.
Ooh, that's gonna be a huge miss, actually. That might have made a huge difference in that entire thing.
Yeah, he would have been up if he didn't get hit by that cross slash and Tengu cross. That was that was very unfortunate for HonorNite there. And it looks like he still doesn't have his bug fix either, but it looks like he's deciding on what to throw into the trash chute.
I believe HonorNite has their bug fix though, and they used it already on first turn. Despite
his HP's still going down. It's a playerzero who used that.
Oh, right. I was looking at the wrong side. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, you were so part of this is the luck of the of just getting the Buster Bug procs, but part of it is also if you get bug fix on turn 1, that's huge, because that lets you start doing like your full damage with the Buster Bug like right away instead of having to spend like extra turns digging for it.
Yeah, and I don't think HonorNite would have gone into Beast if he had gotten the bug fix as soon as playerzero did.
The dog. I mean, that was kind of weird that why was there a bark when Falzar was there?
I believe there's a patch for the Falzar game where if you sometimes there's like a percentage chance of a block coming out if you use Falzar. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think there was a conversation in the Discord the other day about how Falzar actually is also just another dog, so it makes sense that sometimes he just barks.
Well, this is scary for HonorNite here. Honor. Oh, well, I guess that didn't really matter. If anything, that actually might have... Wait, actually, no, I don't think it mattered.
Okay, he finally has his... Yeah, I'm really not sure I'm on the Beast Out here, because the Beast Out is mostly because you want to get back into Baseman for the to use that Honey Bomber, but like it could just be uninstalled anyways. And so this is like he has the bug fix here, but this is still an entire extra slow gauge turn where he's just stuck in Beast Out and still won't even be able to take advantage of that the Buster Bug with Colt Man.
Yeah, I always question whether or not it's a good idea to go into Beast at all when you're when you're going into Beast at all when you're using this kind of Buster Bug build, because it feels like such a huge risk to throw away your Buster like that.
Yeah, I think like if they like set up a back row fanfare or something, and you had like no chips that could deal with the back row fanfare, I think that's probably the one situation where it's like, okay, I guess I have to beast out. But even then, like, it might be better to just deal with the fanfare.
Oh, this is terrifying for HonorNite right now.
Oh no,
no.
this is the erase man. Okay, but this time he's just gonna go ahead and use the double beast to pop that anti-damage. But that is not what you wanna see.
It was probably the most that HonorNite could really do there, because going into the next turn, into a slow gauge turn of all things, with only one chip is definitely not what you want to do. It looks like HonorNite is going for this uninstall right away, but playerzero has the life orb to protect against it, so we'll be seeing if that actually removes that. Oh, nice smash.
And he also has his Wintegral here.
Oh wow! I think that hit. Wait, no, okay, yeah, they got rid of it. That was amazing. This could all turn around right now. This could turn around right now. This could turn around right now.
Yeah, but playerzero does HonorNite has to be very careful staying in base man form with this fire body, as long as playerzero still has that Spoutman SP, but it looks like playerzero's gonna go for the hub batch and recover 300s this turn.
And Tomahawk Cross, which will save HonorNite from any sort of freezes. Oh, this is scary. Yeah, bees! That's your only way out. Use more bees. Oh, HonorNite's out of chip. I mean, yeah, HonorNite's out of chips here. That's really scary.
Yeah, and he's he has to just camp this anti-damage, which means he can't use the heat dragon to decross the Toma. Oh, that was a
that's the uninstall. Wow, this is looking pretty doable for HonorNite here.
Yeah, although he actually playerzero's still been getting a lot of those buster procs, so, and not to mention just starting with so much more HP, so.
Oh, the invisible is actually huge.
Oh, but HonorNite is, yeah, down to his last 2 chips. Meanwhile, playerzero still has a full hand.
Yeah, and there's still that Aqua, that Spoutman in there as well, so this is definitely not over.
Well, and playerzero has he has full cust, so he's gonna be able to pop off this double beast, and he doesn't even have to deal with this turn from HonorNite. He can load up with that Spoutman, and HonorNite has no defense. I think with the as long as he's on the holy panels, he would still be able to survive it, but
Bees! Yeah, but those holy panels are not going to be an issue. With that Tristy being in play.
I think playerzero doesn't realize that HonorNite's out of chips yet.
Oh, that's still enough. That's still enough. Yeah. Very well played from both sides. That was actually amazing.
Yeah, that was definitely a fun match to watch. That first round, especially at the end, it felt like playerzero really stole that with the Element Man during the chip lockout, and then that second round, HonorNite unfortunately just didn't have enough resources left in his folder at the end of the round, but that was still very close.
Yeah, I think HonorNite probably lost most of his defensive chips when trying to last out long enough to pull out their own bug fix. I'm assuming that kind of is why HonorNite had no more chips at the end there.
Yeah, because he had to get through those 3 beast out turns. I mean, I kind of like he has that he wants to be in baseman. It's like we actually kind of have a similar issue with our builds where we need to go dust to dig for the bug fix. But then I have the panel grab charge shot and he has the honey bomber, so like we need to go dust but also want to be in baseman.
Yeah, I think that can kind of make these. I think one of the best things about Buster Bug is actually the fact that you can go into all of your crosses and not feel like you're locking something out. So I think it is kind of counterintuitive at times to be bringing something that requires you to be baseman.
Yeah, for sure. It is kind of an issue. But that was definitely a very well played match on both sides. So, and we'll see if HonorNite can make his way back up through the losers bracket. But for now, it will be playerzero moving on. So I think with that, we can probably head into the next set of winners semifinals.
Oh, that was okay. The next two. Oh, right. So this is the one. This is your rematch against Thiago. It's Symes versus Thiago. So I guess my question to you is, what did you hope to do differently from last time? Uh-oh. Well, if I were Symes, I would consider not using my slow gauge, perhaps. That's in here.
Sorry, I was still muted. Yeah, the problem is I have jelly. So we.
Right. So there's actually no. You have to play a slow gauge no matter what.
Yeah, the jelly is actually really bad for me in this matchup. The jelly actually helps Thiago a lot more. Because if it wasn't for the jelly, then yeah, I probably would have just considered like not using my slow gauges or like holding on to them like much later and like going for them at the perfect time. But thanks to jelly, we're just always in slow gauge.
Was there anything in particular that you wanted to do this time that you didn't get to do last?
get more Buster procs.
Oh well, I guess all Buster builds think that.
Yeah, I think the way it works out is it's like so the Bomb Boy is it like a 1 in 8 chance to push. And then the Buster Bug level 3 is like the 3 out of 16 charge shot. And then that's a 50% on the pull. So I think the way it works out is I have like a 19% chance or something of getting like one of those procs. So it's like basically just under 1 in every 5 shots, I think, on average. Should interrupt them, but of course it's just like it's the RNG. It's not a evenly like you could get like 5 procs in a row, and then get like 15 shots with no procs. So that is a big part of it, though. Just how much am I able to interrupt his BDT charges?
Yeah. Okay.
The other thing is that yeah, we saw it against the Wintegral. He has that 1,000 damage combo where he does the Bubble Star with BDT with the Gundel Soul EX. So, and that's like more than half my base HP because I only have like 1,860 or something. So.
Oh right, that combo you mentioned earlier where you can end up in a bubble, be shocked by the BDT, and then be hit with the Gundel, right.
Yeah, and he also he pulled that off in one of the rounds against the Wintegral as well. So it's definitely heading into this, I was definitely watching out for that. And the other thing is I do have some ways to avoid the BDTs if I can like stay in ground cross. If I can use the shield from Hub Batch. The problem is I actually really don't have that much area because I have the CS panel grab, but it's pretty slow, and it also means I have to be in base man, and it's not really that helpful when I'm when he's like locking me down and firing off BDTs. So with those 4 area grabs he has.
Oh, and your Judgment and Judgment SPs are actually your only ways of taking area back. That's very difficult for you.
Yeah, I thought because I have the Push Buster that eventually after a Judgment I'll just get a Bomb Boy proc and that would push them out of my area. So that was why I just went with 2 Judgments and didn't bring a like any grab banish. But you still have to actually get the Bomb Boy proc, and sometimes you just can't land enough shots, and the game just doesn't give you the proc. So
yeah, I think Bomb Boy's chance of actually pushing is a little too low for that to be reliable.
Well. If it was higher, it would be pretty OP. So, yeah. But yeah, I think overestimated it a little bit. But so yeah, there's definitely ways I can like adapt and play things differently from the pools match.
Well, if there's anything else you'd like to add, I think I'm done here.
Yeah, I think we can just get into it. Oh my, that's slimy art.
What? Oh, yes. On the stream that I am absolutely looking at. So, okay, thank you. So why are you Symes V1? What happened?
A lot of people, because one of the other differences in this version is just with the name entry screen, and I think this was just to save space on the cartridge or whatever. But you have like all the special characters and numbers and stuff on this one, and so I always see people like use like you have the BX from base BX or like SP. So I could have been Symes SP, but I'm not in my SP form yet. This is still just the V1.
Oh, I see. I guess I'll wait in anticipation of the SP.
Yeah, maybe that'll be coming next year. So we have this permahole field, and we both have first barrier to protect our dust, which I think is interesting, because if we see HonorNite and playerzero setups, they also want to go dust, but they don't have that first barrier.
Yeah, that's actually very, very scary for them, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, playerzero does at least have the anti-navi for a raceman, and HonorNite is like okay with being in baseman because it gives him back the honey bomber, so...
Ooh. Oh, right. No BDTs in play yet, but it looked like a few of those actually made a pretty good push. Ooh, that's pretty good value off that double B stuff.
Yeah, it even does a little bit of damage because of the shots that are less than 10 damage there. That's kind of funny. And I was the host for this match, so I wasn't dealing with as much input lag.
Oh, if all of these hit, that Ugaden can really make a lot of problems for Thiago here. Let's see if you land this raceman here. Could actually. Oh! No decost for now, but at least you're in the Tengu. Wow, that was pretty mean.
It's kind of funny that I've landed all of this stuff and Thiago still has more HP. Because he just has such a chonky setup.
Oh! Thiago has a normal charge shot. I actually never realized that.
Yeah, because he just wants to go dust cross and get BDT up, so I guess he didn't feel like he needed like any custom charge shot mod.
I think that was definitely a good play to go into Beast there to get out. Definitely one of the good things about BDT is that you don't lose anything by going into Beast, and you get to start putting on those shoes. Oh, there's the push.
Yeah, and so we can see like he's like I'm getting some interruptions, but he's still able to charge quite a few of these BDTs. That last one was only interrupted by me using the element man.
This is looking pretty good for you though. Now that the aura is gone and everything else. Oh, right. I forgot all about that. Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything. That was a good push. That was a good push.
That was a pretty lucky proc to get, because I think that one was he almost had it charged. But yeah, so far this round was going pretty well. I'm rewatching, like, going over my match from him in the pool set. It was also kind of like this, because the thing about BDT is it's more of like a late game build. Like, it takes a while to get going. But then, like, once you have, like, the BDT charges going and you can, like, start going for the BDT bubble combos and stuff, that's when it can really start to catch up. So, and I think Thiago still has Recuv 300s that he hasn't used.
Oh, I think you're throwing out those judges P. Yeah. But I think even with the 300s, Thiago might still be a little low on the HP there. Oh, was there no Heat Dragon? Or did you just not make it?
Yeah, he has a Heat Dragon. I think he just hasn't used it yet.
Oh yeah, it's in there. That singular Heat Dragon. Ooh, so you still get your invincible puck off there. That's good.
Yeah, but since I'm host, I can't make the BDTs go off the field.
Oh, right. Bug fix.
Of course, I'll still take not being able to make the BDTs go off the field over having to deal with like a huge amount of input lag while trying to avoid the BDTs. And yeah, this was I'm actually out of chips now.
You at least have the Buster to deal all the damage, at least. But I think this might all come down to just the Buster procs here. Whether or not you get pushes. Oh, there's the Heat Dragon. There's the Heat Dragon.
That dodge there was
that's very good.
Yeah, I finally get a push like right after he uses it. And so the HP is actually much more even now already, just after that one turn. Even with, if that Heat Dragon had landed, that actually might have almost been the game for Thiago.
Oh, that was a push. Do you think that maybe you would have been better in base, man? Because you would have had the shield? Or...
no, because he could, like... he could, throw, fire a BDT, and then, try to throw a Bubble Star, when I'm not shielding, and then still get his, and same with me being in ground. He could he could still go for a Bubble BDT, with the Gundel EX. Tomahawk is the only thing that completely stops that his Bubble Star Gundel X BDT combo.
I guess I can understand that. That makes sense. If this ends up as damage judge though, this could be, I mean, I guess it's very likely it wouldn't, but it would definitely be in your favor if you get the damage judge here. Ooh, those are some good procs.
Yeah, going to damage judge with the entire match in slow gauge would be pretty ridiculous. And so here, since I was hosting, I'm able to like dance around his BDTs like much more consistently.
Yeah, this dodging is pretty solid. I'm actually pretty impressed. Oh, there was some a few more pushes.
And so yeah, we're going into the second round here. Ooh, he's going for the instant double beast.
That might have been I don't know. I feel like it's worth it if you have a Raceman, but it looks like Thiago didn't bring the Raceman there either, so.
Well, it did force me to use that to just use that invis, and he does have a rush. So now it's pretty annoying for me because I'll have to like still like remember he has rush and deal with it like later in the round instead of just dealing with it immediately with the first barrier.
Oh yeah, but it looks like you have it looks like now because you have the life aura, you're going to be able to get rid of it pretty quickly, I think. Ooh. Mutual agreement to just burn those out of there. Ooh, very nice shot. Yeah, stop that. Whatever. if you, well, I guess it's only a problem if you want to use Groundman, but maybe Groundman isn't in your build. Oh, it isn't there. All right.
Yeah, but I mean, he's mostly there for those Gregor matchups, which just with how it worked out this time. I mean, WeenieWhistle was a Gregor, so but like it's mostly there as to deal with Slash.
Oh, this is looking like very good news for you, though. Getting your bug fix here.
So one big thing Thiago does have in his build is Thiago has that Erase Man SP. And so staying in Dust against Thiago with that Erase Man SP is not great because you don't want to take 420 damage. Like you don't want to take as much from Erase Man SP as you take from Double Beast. So I think that might have been why I just went into Spout here. It's like in case he has the Erase Man SP and I have no way to deal with it, then at least I won't be taking as much damage.
Oh, I think I see what your point is. Yeah, I think going into... Well, actually, I'm not sure. Wait. Oh, because you used bug fix, so your static has no range again. Tiny.
And yeah, I just kind of went for the static there. It would have just been some extra damage, but not really a huge deal that it doesn't land, since his aura and everything is already gone.
And you own the Tengu Cross, so even if it did come up for some reason, if he had like a second aura for no good reason, it would have been dealt with. Oh, wow, double uninstall this turn.
And I think he was like predicting I would go into Tomahawk or something, because he just threw out his Heat Dragon there. And I guess since he's lost Dust, he just needs to burn more of his chips to try and draw into that BDT.
Yeah, so you will be using your hub batch this turn to deal with that uninstall that just came in. Oh, do you have 10 attack now, or what attack is that now?
No, this one only goes up to attack 9.
Oh, interesting.
It's kind of not great because it means to pop anti-damage, I still need to get one of the charge shot procs. So that's like the only big issue with it, really. But I felt like I didn't have space for another buster up. So I probably should have either just not used Buster Up at all or made room for the second one I would have needed.
I am actually kind of curious about what Thiago charged there for the chip charge, because they actually don't have anything they can just throw away there. Oh, maybe it was the Grab Revenge.
Yeah, probably the Grab Revenge, or maybe just some defense, or even one of his area grabs.
Have you used your aura yet? I don't recall. I think you did, right? I think at the beginning to Burn Rush.
Yeah, I used my aura earlier, but I'm Oh
yeah, I thought that was too soon. Yeah.
But yeah, I was camping the barrier 200 for exactly this.
Very, very good. I think that's it, actually. There was only one mock gun, so you're actually safe to stay in this cross. To Mr. Strokes in Twitch chat, I think if you notice the BDTs, the big purple thunderballs of death, you can see that Symes is just using the charge shot for ground to just go into the ground and make those BDTs just go off the entire screen, which is really powerful against this strategy.
Yeah, ground cross, that's why BDT, using cursors is always useful just for clearing traps and dust.
What was that? Oh, okay, I understand. Oh, wait, Thiago never got a hub batch.
I think he used hub batch before I uninstalled them.
Oh, that makes more sense. Oh, I'm actually kind of surprised you went out of ground there.
Yeah, but it actually worked out because you saw he went for the bubble star there.
Oh yeah, and they could have gotten even more damage with the Element Man there. Oh, I wonder if that was a mistake or they just didn't know what to really do with it. Yep, saving this dragon for the to interrupt the charge. Very, very good. Oh yeah, I can see why why you made the decision now.
Yeah, it was definitely tempting to just stay in ground cross, but then he could still get me with the bubble star combo. And it's the same thing with trying to stay in base man form and use the shield. He can go for the bubble star. And like if I didn't manage to block the bubble star with shield, he'd get his full combo off. But now it's pretty rough trying to deal with this when he has that area advantage.
I'm surprised Thiago went in, but maybe it was just an acceptance of wow. I don't know if I can do this, so maybe I don't know.
Yeah, that was definitely a very close round. It was pretty scary at the end there. And yeah, GG's, that was a good game.
Oh yeah, the essence of N1GP in the Twitch chat mentions that there were 3 BDTs to the wait. It was like 3 BDTs to game, and Symes didn't have Beast out. Oh yeah, it wouldn't have been 2 turns of slow gauge, but oh yeah. Even if you two went to damage charge, it almost certainly would have been your victory though. With all that jump,
yeah, with the HP advantage he has, there's no way he would have won on damage judge. But it would have been I would have had to manage to avoid the BDTs well enough, and because the thing is, as soon as he has 1 BDT on the field, that gives him a huge advantage because he can basically camp in whatever row the BDT is in, and like I'm much less likely to go into that row because that would mean I'd probably get hit by the first BDT. So as soon as he gets 1 BDT out on the field, it becomes like much better for him to get a second one out.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it was a pretty solid chance for Thiago to try and win that. I guess maybe it was just a split-second decision that didn't really work out for him.
Yeah, it was really close at the end, but I'm not sure how many other chips he had left because if he got a few more BDT hits, it would have killed me, but I also still only needed like 1 more good buster proc to kill him, depending on what if he still had other chips left or not. But yeah, that was definitely a fun matchup. And at least as a host. And yeah, Thiago's Chonk Planet Man setup is definitely very scary to go up against. So we'll see if he's able to make a run in the losers bracket. And I think that's it for this one.
Okay, so we just saw the semifinals match play out. That was playerzero versus HonorNite and Symes versus Thiago. So playerzero did lose against HonorNite, I believe, in a round robin stage, but he got the upset here, and same with Symes versus Thiago. So that's how close these matches actually are. They can really swing either way. Okay, and yep, with that, it's gonna be the winners finals next, and our final match for this stream, we're gonna have playerzero versus Symes. Okay, with that, we will go into setups for... Actually, do we... How are the casters doing? Do you need another break, or are you good for now?
Good.
Okay.
I think I'm good as well.
Okay, cool. Let's do it then. Okay. We're good. We are now in setups for Symes versus playerzero.
Yeah, so this is actually a pretty similar matchup to pretty similar to what we saw from the last match, which was playerzero against HonorNite. Only the difference is I don't have the freeze buster, I just have the double push. And the double push is it is still useful in these buster bug matchups because it it interrupts his own shots, but it's obviously not as much as the freeze does. Although I do at least have a rush, which I think HonorNite didn't have, so that is one advantage that mine has compared to that cold man setup. And I also do have the get on, which is the best chip. And I could if I uninstall him and he doesn't have hub, the get on is pretty useful for making like big plays. So yeah, it's our match in pools was I think 2-1. It was pretty close, so this definitely felt like it still felt doable, but I knew it would be tough just because he has so much more HP and also that the extra giga and stuff, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think the only real thing to say about like how this matchup, I guess, at all is just that if you two end up in a situation where you're both pushing B on each other's faces, I feel like you should in theory win that bout, that fight, but I would assume playerzero would try to avoid that kind of situation.
Yeah, he also starts with attack 10, whereas I only start with attack 8 and only have the one buster up to get to attack 9. That's obviously like not as important as me having the double push buster, but it could add up over the match as well.
Other than that, I don't think I have much else to say. Since we've already seen both of these players and we've seen basically what they were built to do. So unless you have anything else to say, I'm ready to move into the match.
Yeah, I think that covers basically everything. So this is the last match of the day. So let's get into it. That slimy card is something else that Mars did.
I'm actually pretty impressed. I didn't think it would look this good.
Yeah, no, it's great. If there's one thing my build has going for it, it has some of the best art on its cards. So it at least has that. And so yeah, this is from my end.
Being able to burn rush right away, pretty great. But you're losing that invisibility that you just got, which is... Okay. I was a little afraid, but that means you won't be able to use that mock gun that you have right there, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah, getting the turn 1 Dusty Cross would have been pretty huge, but he had the life aura, so not much I could have done about that. Although I at least do have this Wind Rack and Static in my hand, so I don't have to worry about going into Tengu and giving up my own dust or anything.
Okay, and playerzero does have his own mock gun, so... Oh, you got your bug fix, but I'm assuming you would want to keep your life orb for this turn.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough call.
Oh, you have a wound back too. Right.
Yeah, but I have static in my hand still, so I could use that before the bug fix.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I was worried about if he was like gonna go into Tengu or something.
Oh, Falza of all things.
Yeah, I should have stepped back before using my life aura.
These directional panels are a little annoying, I think.
Yeah, the directional conveyors are they can cause some shenanigans.
It looks like you will be using that static, and you will be trying to get that full range before using the bug fix. Oh, right, you don't need to go into Tengu now that you've already seen the aura.
Yeah, and going into Tengu would also be kind of bad because he has that Neo variable. And so I definitely don't want to take the ×2 from the Neo variable in Tengu.
Ooh, I think that was a good decision. With how low on HP you were, you kind of had to I kind of had to do that.
Yeah. Throwing away the ground man SP didn't feel great, but yeah, I definitely think it was with this HP difference, taking the double beast would have been pretty bad.
Yeah, I believe that was 2 slow gauges in a row, and I think that's kind of fair to just throw away your slow gauges because both players are going to be using it anyways, and just throwing them out is probably the best thing. It's probably the best thing to at least burn through your folder, I would assume is the idea.
Yeah, and it's also they basically it's not great, but they basically just turn into like a recover 40.
Yeah, well, at least you could use it in a beast, but with these builds, I don't think anyone wants to be in beast at all anyways, so... Oh, I think that was a good trade, right? Oh, because you could have gotten rid of the Tengu, I guess, if you didn't do that, but I'm not... Oh, right, I forgot about that charge shot. Yeah, this Gidden isn't really going to be putting in any work, I don't think. I think the only Navi chip that Gidden would actually stop here is the ground man in playerzero's folder.
The books from Judgment.
Oh, right, that's right.
Which is actually pretty huge with this area right now.
Well, wait, why didn't those panels break? Oh. I guess it didn't matter.
He accidentally tried to use the Judgment over a hole. So this was actually pretty big because it lets me keep up the Tengu pressure.
Ooh, nice shot on that erase. That should guarantee this uninstall. And decross player 0 here. I'm a little surprised that, because now that if you, oh wait, you used Geddon already. All right, so now this means that if you end up making holes of any kind, player 0 might be in a little. Oh no, they probably have badge.
And I don't really have any other ways of I only have the one copy of Geddon, unfortunately. So.
I feel like that was a pretty smart way of guaranteeing that. Oh, you didn't get pushed. Is that because you were host?
No. Grab revenge is if it gets TFC'd by a life aura or barrier, or I mean if it's used to TFC a life aura or barrier, it
Oh, so it just always does that?
Yeah, I think so. That's actually not a host thing.
Oh, okay. I see. Ooh, those are some good procs.
Yeah, but the problem is now I'm having the same issue as HonorNite had in that last round we saw of his in this matchup, where I'm already down to my last 3 chips, and I'm not sure how much more player 0 has left. But I think I just crossed into ground here because I was worried about the Spoutman SP.
Oh, I think that's fair, though. Oh, wait, but you still have the hub. Oh. I'm worried. Oh. Well, you either take that. Okay, you're taking the anti-damage still, in case there's some chips, I suppose. But this is very scary.
Yeah, but then he got like 3 procs in a row.
Wait, oh, you don't have undershirt.
Yeah, because I didn't use. I mean, even if I had used Hub and got the undershirt, like the next Buster Shot would have just finished me off anyways.
Well, if you had the undershirt, you could have at least used chip recovery to at least try and heal off, I guess. But
yeah, those he basically got 3 straight Buster Jam procs at the end there, so that's like 300 damage, and it's. Oh, and so the other thing is, we had a really cursed desync. Right, yeah. So this was after the desync.
Oh.
And I should have just TFC'd the
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wait, so what about that desync?
This was after the desync. Yeah, but yeah, this whole thing was just
Oh no. I'm so broken already. After the desync too, it's just.
Well, the game that had the desync was looking pretty bad for me anyways, so I was kind of already like pretty tilted. And then we start this round, and he dodges my machine gun while blind, and then the erase man thing. I could have made him lose his bug fix to anti-navi, I think, if I TFC'd the erase man, but at this point I was basically like,
no! Oh no! Oh no! I'm just heartbroken. I'm so sorry, Symes. Did you just give up? I would have given up.
Even if I moved to the top or bottom, I would have still been trapped.
Oh, that's correct. I mean, that doesn't repair your broken heart.
Yeah, at this point, I kind of just wanted to move on to the. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I mean, at least there's always losers. There's always finals or whatever it's called. That you just bring it back next time. No problem, man.
That was what my plan was, to just bring it back next time and the win harder broken. And yeah, I'm just in the chat. I'm just so heartbroken as you burst out laughing.
So sad. Wait. What do you mean? Wait, laughing? Wait. Do you mean me? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I don't even really. I was just at this point. I was just like so tilted by like the desync. Like I was just ready to for it to be done with it and to just try and get the run back in the losers bracket or the win harder bracket. So I mean, yeah, that second round was pretty cursed, but I mean the first round was pretty good.
I think I understand why I think I understand why Soul said the words. Why he said to me, "I want to cast this match with Nonstop later," and I was like, "Oh, maybe this is what he wants to experience."
Did he hear about what happened? Maybe.
Yeah, so maybe that's what he wants to experience, and I don't want to be there for it. Oh, maybe I should be saying that.
I thought Soul always tried to avoid getting spoiled on what happens in the top cut.
Okay, let me step in because I think Symes needs some love. I think, okay, first of all, I'm gonna call out Nonstopmop because I feel like he's gleefully dragging down his co-caster with him.
I'm sorry.
There's some counter bullying going on, but yeah, no, I think
so. I wasn't even the one bullying Nonstopmop this whole time. It was you.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Symes. Okay,
sorry.
so multiple things. Soul has been he's been stuck in the tubes actually. So if everyone could just send Soul X Cross our energy, maybe he'll be able to make it for the conclusion of the tournament next week as a caster. He says he's gonna try to make it.
Yeah, I definitely hope Soul's starts feeling better soon, and hopefully he can bust those viruses.
Yes, viruses. That's surely what's causing it. But yeah, I really hope that Soul ends up being all right and can make it to the next casting thingamajig.
And Symes is also correct. Soul is kind of notorious for trying to avoid spoilers. He has been sending angry messages in the back group being like, I want to look at tournaments so bad, but I can't because I want to avoid spoilers. And it gets to the point where, like, on the day he's casting, he has to see the matchups because he has to see the setups, and then he gets upset that he's getting spoiled as a caster on the matchups. Just like seeing what the rounds are right before he casts them. Yeah, I think Soul was just excited to see this match between two of our top players, and I believe the round robin match was really close, right?
Yeah, I think that one was also on stream. That was actually us who casted it.
Oh, I missed the stream last time. I need to catch up still. Same with anyone else that hasn't watched it. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Remember to check out our YouTube as well. We're catching up in the archive. We're almost at the conclusion of the previous Blood Moon for this year. On our YouTube channel right now. And yeah, there was the mention of a desync. That is one of the that's basically the major downside to the game right now. Is just the net play. So sometimes it can be a really big downer to have a disconnect in the middle of a tournament match. And in this case, it can feel really bad for the person that didn't have the momentum having it desync like that too, because obviously we all really care for sportsmanship in a 1GP, so like it can feel really bad like that as well. Like either way, it really takes the wind out of your sails. With that though, let's go into the brackets real quick. So that was the conclusion of winners finals and the final match for this stream. playerzero is going to be waiting for the losers bracket to play out to determine who he plays in the grand finals. This is double elimination, so if playerzero loses against the losers final winner, then he's gonna have to. He's actually not out yet. He gets to play one more match in a bracket reset to see who takes it all. And with that, let's see what the losers bracket ends up looking like. So next week, we're gonna have ShironaNep versus Nonstopmop, WeenieWhistle versus Wintegral, and Thiago and HonorNite, as well as Symes will be waiting. Yes, this is the win harder bracket. And also, as for Nonstop, he did seem to have a strong reaction to that winners finals match, so I hope nothing bad happens to him in this next match. I think it's gonna be the first one we see on stream next week, so I look forward to it.
Oh boy!
Yeah, it would be a real shame if there was some cursed stuff in that match as well.
Please don't make me cast that match, please!
Wait, what are you talking about? I'm sure it went great.
Oh, and I see we've just got another donation from Giacho with $5. So thank you for the donation. Always much appreciated.
Yes, thank you to Thiago for the $5 donation. Wait, was it 5? It's disappeared and I forgot.
Yeah, I think it was 5.
Thiago in Twitch chat asked if a full bracket reset ever happened in the entire MLGP history. What happened back in Link Me Up? Because I know there was a bracket reset, but I don't remember if No, I was coming in from winner's side, right? When I played in that tournament? Because I think I played...
Yeah, and then Disco reset the bracket, and then you won the second set.
Yeah, so, I think, if I'm understanding Thiago's question, no, I don't think we've had a complete upset yet from loser's side yet.
I think me versus Nerith in a U random, but that's random battles, so...
That's still technically part of history, so the MLGP history, so yeah, that would be interesting to check and log actually, so we can answer this more readily in the future. Thiago, you also came pretty close in Zay's side deck shuffle. You got the reset, but unfortunately I won the set in the end for that one. I think that
also happened in double Navis with also with Thiago against the Eurasia chunk.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we've actually had 3, and that's out of quite a few tournaments as well, so yeah, like, I guess that winner's momentum is just pretty scary to overcome.
Yeah, you can, winning the first set is usually doable, but winning 2 in a row is pretty tough.
It's just so grueling for both players, because, yeah, this is a pretty spooky game when you're really playing at such a higher level. It can really feel like a razor's edge. Just that one sidestep to completely swing a match. Also, speaking of Giacio, I just wanted to... Let me see if I can drop this on stream. So for... Oh, that's big. So for the mod cards that we did during the transitions, the community worked together to make some art for it. And yeah, Giacio's Larkman is really cool. I just wanted to show that off for a bit. And also there is multiple mentions of this one, so is this okay to show on stream? This is safe, right? Who could have made this one? Okay, well, yeah, multiple people mentioned the Slimy, but there it is. I got a warning before I received the submission about whether or not it was okay. I think I ended up saying it depends on how it's executed, and well, I will leave it to the artist to choose to reveal themselves. Okay, and with that, let's go into the profile real quick. To have a review on our donations, if I can press the right button. Okay, cool. Actually, I just wanted to point out that 2 weeks ago, we had our very first, monthly subscription to our Ko-Fi by Red Ace 100. That's pretty cool. So, as long as they keep subscribed, we'll be getting, I think, $6 per month. We really appreciate that. That really helps us, keep things running smoothly and getting new content. And Wazi, that somebody is WeenieWhistle. He said he forgot to, I wasn't sure if he wanted to stay anonymous, but apparently he just forgot to put his name in. So thank you to Wazi, WeenieWhistle, and Yashio for donating to the stream. We'll be updating the Ko-Fi at the end of the tournament next week, as well as announcing which format won the vote, and it's going to be the first 2 cycles of next year. I think people will be excited based on how the votes came down. It was actually really close. It was just 1 vote apart for the format. With that, do the casters want to say anything else?
I'm good. I don't know. I'm not ready for next week, but
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, the win harder bracket next week is always pretty crazy to watch. The matches down there, you're fighting for your life in the tournament, so it's always intense.
It's a lot of fun too, though.
Yeah, there's always lots of crazy plays in the win harder bracket, so yeah, it's always fun.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how it plays out. It's some really interesting matchups and some revenge matches as well, I believe. Okay, and with that, we'll be going to the credits. Okay, that is gonna be it for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to our casters, Nonstopmop and Symes.
Yeah, thanks for having me, as usual.
Thank you
Yeah,
to...
that was a
sorry,
pretty
go on.
fun stream to cast with some of those all the shenanigans with the Buster builds.
A lot of finger guns.
And HonorNite, the VOD organizer, always putting in lots of work picking out the best matches for the stream.
Yeah, I do want to give a shout out to HonorNite. He watches a lot of matches especially for our regular cycles and all of the round robin stages, and he always picks out the spiciest matches for you. And I hear it gives people a close to heart attack because of how stacked the first match tends to be. Yeah, you really don't want to miss the first match of our streams when HonorNite is picking out the VODs. And also, I want to give a shout out to our double VOD editor, Enduring Ray. That's how we got that juicy double VOD of the HonorNite versus playerzero matchup. It does take quite a bit of manual editing to get that double perspective synced up. And if you would like to see your own personal matches via double VOD, then check out our Ko-Fi page, because there is a way to commission Enduring Ray for that. I'm sure he would appreciate it. And also, thank you for HonorNite to HonorNite and Symes for scorekeeping. How many matches got played out in round robin? I imagine probably at least 100, so that is a lot of scores to keep track of. Also for every week in the regular cycles. Okay, I think our casters really need to get their well-deserved night now. So thank you so much, everyone, again for watching and playing in M1GP. Who here loves Mega Man?
I think we all love Mega Man here.
I love Mega Man. Okay, and that's it for us. Bye.